Hi, I'm Shane from Astral Dragon Gaming, and this is my review of Oxenfree. Minigames have a story to tell, which get lost a lot in the guts and the fiery action. Yes, Doom has a story. Oxenfree is a 2D point-and-click adventure about some teens trying to have an illegal beach party on a abandoned army tourist trap, and then they do something stupid and everything goes strange. When I booted this game for the first time, I was entranced by the colour and animation. It was like I was watching a painting come to life, and the softening of both the colour palette and images made this design very appealing. Some of the animation for the characters is very real. The weight, the gravity gives the teens in the game a realism which draws the player in. There are a few glitches graphically here and there when the animations sort of don't flow onto each other, but at no point did it actually lock up the actual entire game or stop you from progressing further in the game. One of the things that distinguishes good indie developers from bad ones is the work on the sound and music. Let's have a listen to it.
Alex back there. Do you have one of those vestigial tales or something?
It was nothing, really.
Oh, Jonas is just nervous about moving in with a strange girl in a strange town.
Reginald, I hear you over there.
Weirdness, guy.
Holy crap!
Here is where Night School Studio really shows the strength of the design. The music tends to go from one extreme to another, and that's not a bad thing, really. At one moment it's a nice, calm, listening, moody sort of piece of music, and then at the same time it changes into a jarring techno sort of stream, which is got a whole lot of static and edge to it, and that can shock you at times. But in the whole of it, it's a lovely collection of music that really draws the player into the world and makes you feel part of the world. Voice acting here is fantastic. The actors that they chose for this particular things, like from Alex to the ghosts and all the other people in between, the voice acting here is being recorded truly well. There is no clipping, there is no dullness in the actual voice work. All the characters, they have an emotional connection to each other, and every time they interact and whatnot, it is fantastic at times, and that is probably what makes this game so much more enjoyable. The overall arc of the story and everything is driven by these people as they talk, because without it you would never get any of the things, like some of the angst from Ren as he's tripping out or he's getting panicky, or the static from the ghost. You could feel the emotion that was put forth by the characters that were played by the actors, and that is really what good voice acting is all about. It's about drawing the player in and saying, yes, this is what the story is now, live the story.
Yeah, they do.
One of the real quibbles that I have with it, and it's probably a really small thing with the voice acting, is that you can be walking away while another character is having a conversation, and you can be all the way over the other side of the screen, and my god, you can still hear them at the same level. So a little bit of sort of fading and change from one position to another depending on your proximity to the character would have been nice, but you know, it's a small quibble, it's not a big thing. The sound here is probably another really interesting thing in general, like the radio sounds, the sounds of the different rock fallings, and other sort of things, like the creakiness of the door as it goes and opens. That really pops and sounds great. One of the things that I think they missed when they were doing this was that they could have put in an overall simple sort of structure here where when the person was walking or whatnot, or just environmental sounds of the characters' actual interactions would have been a bit nicer, but overall the sound was pretty good. So, you know, soundscape on this game is really quite intriguing and pulls the person in. So let's get to how the game plays. You basically can use either a keyboard and mouse or a controller. The keyboard and mouse is a bit quicker on the uptake, and the controller is just more for that sit back, lazy, feel good, let's just play a game and see what it goes. I found the controller was better because it allowed you to just sit back, chill, and really draw yourself into the story. The keyboard and mouse is good for a simple reason that you can click on some of the things a bit more efficiently, and that's where the controller kind of falls apart and doesn't sort of make the whole enchilada, as you would say. Now you basically go around and you live the story of this character on this night on this island. And Alex is the main protagonist, and that's who you play through this entirety. You use the radio to do various things like depossess people, open up rifts between space and time, all sorts of wonderful, you know, standard sci-fi idealisms like that. The one thing that really drives this game as a big thing is the dialogue choice. Now, every time you're talking with someone, you usually have 1 or 2 dialogue points to choose from. And when you choose these particular dialogues, it can change how these characters will interact with you later on in the game. It's not very evident at the very beginning because you're just choosing words at random and you just go, yeah, I'll just choose that or whatnot. But you have to click quickly because otherwise, bang, they're gone. It's a quick time event and you can't do anything about it. The one thing that really intrigued me when I finished this game, I finished it in about 5-6 hours, and I've gone, oh yeah, that wasn't too bad. And then it kind of got creepy at the end and I realised that the game wasn't over. It loops. And that is where this game really comes into its own, not through the first playthrough, but the multiple playthroughs that you go on, because each time you play it, you have the option to start choosing different choices. You have the option to sort of push characters away from each other, pull characters together, or trying to change the events so that things didn't happen the way they happened. And that is a really, really big thing about Oxenfree. You spend a lot of your time in this game, once you've done your first initial playthrough, of going, what can I do to change what I did? And you will start choosing things that you didn't think you would choose before, and it really sort of pulls you in and makes you go, ah, I chose that, didn't I? Okay, yeah, let's roll with that, let's see what happens. And that is the whole thing. You get a lot of these games like Telltale games and other games where, oh, you know, choice matters. And at the end of it, no, choice doesn't matter. But the overall arc of this game is that there is one choice that you're trying to drive the whole time, and that's to get your ass out of the loop. And the only way to do that is by making sure you do the right things to do that. And this game shows the resulting of those choices. Some choices are good, some choices are bad. And it really, really sort of pulls home this whole sort of concept of my choices matter, and the game changes because of that. And I don't see this enough in games. I see the glossy version of it, but for an indie studio, they've done well. Night School Studio will be bringing out a new game sometime next year in 2019 called After Party, and I'm really looking forward to it because watching this one was great. But I'll leave a link in the description down below for that one, and hopefully you get to it. Now, one last thing I want to talk about is I love this game a lot. I really, really enjoyed it, and I found something really great in it. So I've got a free key for it. I'm sort of basically running a competition. If you go down to the link below, you can submit to one of my, to the comments or to one of my other links to see
Or maybe there's
how you can win the game. The basic idea is I want to hear your answer to the old Zen philosophy question of what is the sound of one hand clapping. You give me the best answer, I'll give you the code. Simple as that. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed this game. It's a very good game. It's a game designed for people that enjoy adventures and intrigue. If you're not into that, I don't think you're going to enjoy this game, and I don't think it's worth your money or time. But for everyone else that likes a good story and likes trying to solve a word kind of puzzle in many respects and a sociological sort of intrigue, then this is truly a really great game, and it will be well worth your time and money. So anyway, I've been Astral Dragons Gaming, and my name is Shane, and I hope you've enjoyed your time here. Please leave an answer to the question down below, and also please subscribe, click the bell icon, show me that I'm doing the right thing. Other than that, I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I will talk to you all another time.
No, this is awesome. I can't even, like, what's...
I know.